Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Thaumcraft 3 with myself, Lewis. I hope you're all very well. And today we're going to look at 3 more items in Thaumcraft 3 that are kind of the power items that you're going to have to research throughout time. So the first one we're going to look at is going to be a very cool brain in a jar. Now, this is a bit of a weird item, so you need to kind of figure it out for yourself, and I'm going to give you a really good use of why you'd want to use this. So, throw one rotten zombie brain into a jar, add some spider eyes and water, stir gently with your wand while thinking dark thoughts. If you follow the recipe exactly, you should now have a partially animated and fully malicious zombie brain. It retains some of the hunger it possesses as a zombie, and while it cannot consume brains, it still enjoys eating the thoughts and experiences of those slain nearby. Giving its jar a good shake will make it surrender some of its ill-gotten gains for your own use. Now, let's explain this one, shall we? So, the jar itself doesn't actually kill anything, but any zombies or monsters that are slain around it will allow all of the experience from them to be sucked into the jar. So it'll eat all of the stuff, and then if you run up and give it a little tap, it will surrender, like it says, some of the souliness. And sometimes it can be temperamental and you have to give it a proper kick in, but you know, it will give it out eventually. So let's show this one off. So I'm going to put a brain in the jar just here, and I'm going to get some zombobs. So let's get some zombies and grab 4 zombobs and make sure I'm set to normal. Yes, I am set to normal. And we'll set it to nighttime. There we go. And let's drop some of these guys down here. Okay, right. Zombies! Right, let's kill these guys and you'll see what I mean. So we need to do it around here, so make sure it's near these guys. Can you see it? You can see all the experience going into the jar. There we go, look, it's consuming all of it. And I want to try and stay a little bit away from it so I don't gain them. There you go, you can see it sucking them up. And that's really cool. And I love how you can actually see the zombie brain inside actually moving around. Look at it, it's got little eyes and everything, it looks evil. Now, once it's consumed all of these amazing goods, and there's a scorpion, skeleton up there dying away. If you walk over and give it a little right click, it's going to surrender some goods. Look at it. Anything else? Nah, he's going to keep the rest, or whatever's left, he's having it. So there you go. So that's pretty much what the brain in the jar does. Now I'm going to explain a really good use of why you're going to use a brain in the jar. So the first thing you're going to use a brain in the jar is, look at it moving around there. The first thing you could use it for is put them around your house, and when it becomes daytime, you're going to pick up some of the excess skeleton experience and juice that comes out when they die. Or, which is a pretty cool way of doing it, is if you set up a mob trap, then instead of having to push a button, say you have a falling mob trap, so they spawn, they fall into fire, they die. Instead of having to have a button that would allow them to fall down, they can drop in their own good time, or you can have water going down into a fire pit and do it that way. You can put one of these little guys at the bottom, and they'll suck up all the experience that comes out from those mobs, and you know, that way all of the experience won't kind of despawn after time, and you can leave it there, it will suck it all up, and then once every couple of days you can wander over, give it a little tap, and it will release all of its goodness for you. So there you go, it's the brain in the jar, and it's not coming back to me now. Come here, you dirty brain. He doesn't want to give his goods over. Ugh. Fair, you stay there, you stay there. Now the next one we're going to look at is going to be this lovely item, which is the Thaumometer. Now for this we're going to need to take off the goggles of revealing, and we'll go into the Thaumanomicon and have a look at it, and here we go. So we're looking for the, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. There you are, Thaumometer. So the Thaumometer acts like a mystical compass, pointing you towards the center of the nearest magical aura. You are confident you will be able to craft more refined devices in the future, allowing you to discover more information about aura nodes. For now, this will have to do. So it's talking about the goggles of revealing, so eventually you're going to craft those, but this will probably be one of the first things you're going to craft first. And you can see that the actual arcane work table recipe for this is pretty low. Golden ingots and a water shard and 20 fizz from a little tap of your stick, and that will make that. So it's not really a taxing type thing that you're going to have to create here. Now how this works is once you've got it out, you can look down on it and you can see that it's got a nice little arrow on it, and we can see it's pointing in this direction. So let's go this way, follow it, and it's telling me that we're pretty much here. So if I go here, we should be right below an aura node. So let's put our goggles on, and pow, there we go, which is good, So that way, what you could do is you could do all of your experimental gizmos around different nodes. Now remember, nodes will slowly regain their kind of purity from other nodes, because they will share their essence with it through all the flux that you're going to release from doing all of your magical goodness. But that way you can share it out between nodes by doing kind of building in different areas, so that's always good. Now the next thing we're going to look at is quite possibly my favourite item out of the lot of them, and that is the portable hole. Now this is cool, so let's read up and I'll show you what it does. So the portable hole. You've succeeded in creating a portable hole. Simply placing the strange sheet of fabric against a solid surface will reveal an extra dimensional passage leading to the other side. This hole only remains open for a few seconds and drains charge from the portable hole equal to the amount of matter shifted. The hole does recharge itself by drawing viz from the aura. Holes cannot be created through certain kinds of matter or particularly complex objects. There we go. So what this does is exactly as it sounds. It will create a hole through most matter, and dependent on the amount of matter the hole has to pass through depends on the amount of viz that it needs to actually function. And then obviously bear in mind it has to then pull the viz back out of the aura. So for instance, if we took a tree here and we wanted to pass through it, we can just do that and just walk straight through it like that. See? Nice. Now, a weird little thing to remember is the item in the middle is actually still there. So you can hear that I'm knocking on it. Yeah, it's still there, but you can't actually take it. So that's a bit of a weird one. And you can see when we use it that it is actually creating a flux. You can see that the little bar down the corner is actually doing stuff. And we can't use it on pigs, weirdly enough. I would love to use it on pigs. Now, let's try and use it somewhere a little bit cooler. So let's find somewhere. I'm thinking this wall looks quite nice. And wow, there we go. See, check that out. That is cool. That is cool as hell. And you can use this to pretty much get yourself anywhere. So you know, if there's some tunnels below you that aren't that far away, for instance, let's have a try. See if we can find somewhere below us. The chances are we might not, but we can always try. Nothing so far. Nope. 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 How about here? Or here? See, the power on this is great, but it doesn't seem to have a humongous length. I guess for when it goes for just general tunneling, this is pretty goddamn cool, but, you know, we want to use it for cool stuff, like going through mountains and stuff. There we go. That's far better. Check that out. Straight through. Now, you got to be careful, because if you actually stay inside it while you're in there, it is actually going to damage you, because you'll be locked inside it. Now, if I put myself in creative mode and stand inside, you can see exactly what I mean. So if we stand here and let it suck us up. Oh, we're trapped in a wall. But, you know, we can get back out quite nicely like that. Now, we are actually very much trapped in a cosmos. But you can see it's kind of giving us a nice route out. There we go. There we go. Oh. Whew, that was a close one. No one wants to be like stuck inside a wall or anything. That'd be horrific. Right, so there we go. So that is the portable hole. Very, very nice indeed. So like I say, this was a quick little episode just looking at those 3 items. In the next episode, we're going to check out a few more items, and I believe there's only really another 3 to do. I didn't want to be putting 6 in this one because I like to keep it to a 3 item ratio. You know, if you take up too much information, then the chances are it ain't going to go in properly. Now, there is one more thing that I would like to show you, but this is dependent on whether I can actually find one. So I'm going to go for a little stroll, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, right, so this is what I wanted to show you. Now, you guys, if you've played Thaumcraft, will remember these. These are the silverwood trees. And these guys kind of randomly grow around the place. And you need their wood for certain recipes and certain bits and bobs. They have saplings that can drop, but they're really hard to get hold of. So you can kind of grow these guys by yourself, but the saplings are ultimately very, very goddamn hard to get hold of. Now, the reason I wanted to take you to one of these is because with Thaumcraft 3 they do actually have a second purpose now. So, as you know, aura nodes are random. They're all over the place, and they protect us from all of the badness that goes into the aura, all of the horrible flux that gets created from us doing magic and bad things. And you know, we need to make more aura nodes to cleanse everything around us. So these little guys come in really handy for this now. So if you was now to dig into one of these and get to its lovely precious woody hide and dig in, there we go. They actually they have little nodes in them. There we go, little babby nodes. And these guys will kind of join together and stuff, and they can work together, and they'll help clean everything up and keep everything nice and in order, so that way we don't get any horrible things around. And those will be inside every single one of the silverwood trees. So we got another one over here and another one just down there, so I'll show you inside this one. There will be another one inside here just chilling. And oh nice, we've got some things here, so let's dig into here, and there we go, there's another one. So this is really cool, because if you dug into that one over there and started working around about here, then these three guys are all going to look after themselves, and we've actually got a node down there right next to it anyway, so these guys would all look after themselves. So this would be the perfect place to be doing some magic, because all these nodes could help cleanse all of the aura around you, and you could probably do a fair bit of magic here without everything going a little bit mental. And yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good indeed. Alright guys, well I'm going to leave this one here. I'll see you soon for another episode. In the meantime, check out the other bits and bobs and all that, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye bye.